that caught me by surprise, man, that has went viral. So Caitlin Clark dropped the interview with the Chinese content creator, I believe. And yeah, his channel wasn't that big. And for her to sit down and talk to him, I think she got paid, bro. There's a ton of content creators over here from the States that Caitlin Clark could have sat down with. This guy channel is sitting at, now I don't know his familiarity with basketball, but I think he might be a big staple over there in China in basketball. But for her to sit down with
Caitlin Clark finally said it, and she didn't do it on ESPN or with Rachel Nichols. Instead, her viral interview dropped through an obscure Chinese content creator, instantly sending shockwaves across the sports media landscape. By bypassing every major U.S. outlet, Clark sparked immediate questions about control, strategy, and the growing power of player-led global platforms. No one saw this coming, and the silence from official media channels was deafening, leaving fans and analysts scrambling to interpret what this bold, unconventional move truly means for the WNBA and its biggest star. One thing is clear. The implications for traditional sports media are massive, and the rules of access and influence may be changing in real time.
Jamina is the biggest one, and for her not to get like this type of interview is shocking to me, but whatever, to each his own. But Caitlin Clark talked about some things in this interview that has made headlines. I have not seen this whole thing in its entirety. We finna watch it here on the channel. We're not finna watch the whole thing. I think it's 20 minutes long here. But yeah, we're not finna watch this whole thing. But I definitely wanted to watch this thing here with you guys and check it out, man. So let's jump right into it. Now I will be stopped.
Whispers began circulating almost immediately. Was she paid? Choosing to sit down with a relatively small international channel instead of the established media giants strongly suggests a calculated, independent move. This wasn't a casual conversation. It was a strategic play, potentially backed by financial incentives, that could redefine how superstar athletes control and monetize their own media presence. Now, the WNBA and Adam Silver are facing a new reality, one where players may directly leverage their global appeal outside traditional league partnerships, sending shockwaves and raising eyebrows across the entire sports industry.
Be a winner. What happened?
They killed the lights on
How
you.
did they get
Seal the lights off.
That's right. I like that.
What is this?
Sounds like the generator maybe went off.
This beat
Two
is,
shooters out here. We shoot up.
let me see if I can get it without the beat. Let's listen.
Myself. So that's probably when I felt the most challenged, is when I would, whether it was a hard workout or a bad game or something like that, I feel like you find ways to challenge.
Like, basketball is a little bit challenging for you, or you're born to be a winner, you never feel like that.
That's a great question. Honestly, I feel like there's obviously a lot of challenging.
The snub to prominent U.S. sports journalists, especially figures like Rachel Domina, was impossible to ignore. Domina has long been viewed as a leading voice in women's basketball coverage, yet Clark deliberately chose a different path, underscoring potential shift in how athletes approach media relationships. This wasn't an oversight. It was a conscious bypass that signals a new strategy in building her personal brand. The move raises pressing questions to the league and its long-standing media partners. What message does this send to those who have traditionally supported and amplified the sport, and how might it reshape access and influence moving forward?
It's a great question. Honestly, I feel like there's obviously a lot of challenging moments throughout my career. I feel like I probably always had a lot of natural skill, but I also wanted to get a lot better at it. So I always found ways to challenge myself. So that's probably when I felt the most challenged, is when I would, whether it was a hard workout or a bad game or something like that, I feel like you find ways to challenge yourself within those moments. But I would probably say I always kind of had a natural skill for it and just a knack for basketball, but I also really loved it and wanted to get better at it.
Got you. So mostly you are born to be a winner.
I guess we can say that.
之所以我们聊天的地点会停电，是因为我们的对话
You feel like
The original commentator described the interview choice as spooky, a telling reaction to just how unconventional it was. That unease comes from the unknown, from a clear break with the standard operating procedures that have long governed athlete media access. The move raises deeper questions about who truly controls the narrative, who stand to benefit, and whether the league has sufficient oversight when its biggest star makes such a powerful independent decision. This so-called spooky factor is exactly what Adam Silver must now navigate as he works to protect league stability and maintain brand consistency in a rapidly changing media landscape.
I'm trying to give it some more moments.
And that was the greatest thing for me, going throughout the recruiting process is like, I wanted to play for a coach.
He did a research on it, so I'm gonna do the breakdown and introduction for all of them.
All right, I love it.
没错，所以我做了刚刚的这个广告解析。
It's really hard to watch
以及
this, guys.
NCAA
It was a quick transition coming from college to the professional life, but you kind of figure it out. And I love being here in Indianapolis, and the state of Indiana loves basketball probably more than most places. So I think that's really special. And I think there's a lot of many exciting years ahead.
So which aspect of your game?
Clark's direct mention of visiting China soon, along with her explicit desire to inspire young boys and girls there, was far more than a passing comment. It was a clear declaration of global ambition. This interview wasn't aimed solely at her existing fan base. It was a calculated outreach to a massive, largely untapped international market. By doing so, Clark has now firmly linked her personal brand to global expansion, a move that carries significant weight and may operate on a different timeline, and with a different strategy than the league's official initiatives.
Do you think has changed the most because you already have your arsenals, your passing?
Yeah.
You mentioned the passing a lot.
Yeah.
And everybody knows you have the threes.
Yeah.
So which part of your game changed the most?
Changed the most. Honestly, I think you just have to add a lot to your game when you become a professional because everybody kind of knows what you're good at. So you kind of have to be better at a lot more things. You have to do different things. So I think that's probably been a learning curve of just trying to get better and better every single day. And I remember that after my rookie year. Obviously, you don't have much time when you graduate college and you come to the WNBA to really improve and work on your game because you have a turnaround of a month before you start.
This leads to a pressing question. Is Clark spearheading the WNBA's push into the Chinese market, or is she charting her own course independent of league strategy? The distinction is crucial. If it's the latter, it establishes a powerful precedent for player agency and global brand development, one that Adam Silver will be forced to confront. In that scenario, the WNBA's international strategy may no longer be driven solely from the top down, but instead be implicitly or even overtly shaped by the personal outreach and ambitions of its most influential stars.
To you.
Cool.
So how you feel about that?
That's pretty cool. And obviously, China's not a place I've ever been to, but I know I'll be there very soon. And I think that's super exciting. And I think having that type of reach is something that also has an impact on me. You get to inspire so many different people, so many people from different walks of life, but they all love the same thing. They love basketball and they love getting to watch it and become better at it. And that's exactly kind of what my story was. I always just wanted to be better. I loved watching it. I wanted to put a lot of time into improving my game. So hopefully I'm inspiring a lot of people in China, especially the young boys and girls, to want to really invest a lot of time to be as great as they can be.
In New High's podcast,
Clark's heartfelt desire to inspire young people around the world, especially in places like China, aligns deeply with the WNBA's mission to grow the game. She presents her own journey as proof of what hard work and dedication can achieve, encouraging young boys and girls to invest the time and effort needed to be the best version of themselves. Delivered through an unconventional channel, that message carries a powerful and positive impact, yet it is also strategically complex, one the league undoubtedly wants to amplify, but likely prefers to do so in a more controlled and coordinated way.
Rusty at all going in?
I mean, not really. I think you're just a little anxious to get out there and get playing again. I felt really good. I thought there was a few periods where I felt a little tired. I asked for a sub there in the second half or in the second quarter, and Steph got me a quick one. But other than that, my legs felt really strong. I felt in good shape, and a lot of that is credit to our medical team. Have kept me in shape, even though I haven't been able to maybe be up and down as much as everybody else. Is just finding other things to do that I can find confidence in. I'm ready to play, and that's certainly how I felt out there.
Clark's candid discussion about the rapid transition from college to professional life offered a rare and revealing look into the intense demands placed on rising WNBA stars. She spoke openly about the limited turnaround time to improve after college, exposing the relentless grind professional basketball, where players must develop their games amid constant competition, travel, and public scrutiny. Despite a phenomenal rookie season, Clark emphasized her commitment to daily improvement, insisting she still has significant room to grow and works on her craft every single day. She described challenging herself through hard workouts and even bad games, revealing a deep competitive spirit driven not by external pressure, but by an internal desire to get better. This winner's mentality, marked by self-belief, adaptability, and resilience, defines her approach to game and makes her especially compelling to global audiences. At the same time, Clark balanced her global aspirations with a strong connection to Indianapolis and the state of Indiana, acknowledging their deep love for basketball and grounding her story in the community that supports her. She explained how the professional level has forced her to expand and diversify her game because opponents know her tendencies and study her closely, underscoring the constant strategic evolution required at the highest level. A particularly poignant moment came when she spoke about wanting more opportunities for young girls in basketball, recalling how she once had to play in boys' leagues because no girls' league was available. That personal history highlights both how far women's basketball has come and how much further it still needs to go, aligning seamlessly with the WNBA's mission of growth and empowerment. The fact that this interview, originating from a non-traditional international source, went viral organically across borders underscores the unprecedented scope of Clark's influence. It wasn't a manufactured media push, but a global phenomenon, creating new challenges for league messaging and control. This places Adam Silver and the WNBA at a crossroads. How to manage a superstar with unparalleled global appeal who appears to be charting her own course in media and market expansion. The implications for future player contracts, media rights, and league strategy are enormous. Ultimately, this interview isn't just about Caitlin Clark. It represents a watershed moment for the WNBA, signaling a new era of player agency, global reach, and shifting power dynamics where the traditional playbook may no longer apply.